Loops in Java. In programming language, loops are used to execute set of instructions or functions repeatedly when some conditions becomes as a true here. Means here there is a set of instructions are there. Whenever if you want to execute this set of instructions repeatedly, means here whenever there is no loops concept here, we have to add this code again and again here. Here if you want to execute the same code again and again at the time, we need the loops concept here. Here the Java is providing the three types of loops are there. The first one is the for loop, second one is the while loop, third one is the do while loop here. Here come to the first one, the for loop here, Java for loop. Java for loop is used to iterate a part of program several times. Okay. Whenever if you want to execute the a part of the program many number of times at the time we are in the Java for loop here. If the number of iterations are fixed here, it is recommended to use the for loop here. Here we know that how many number of times this set of instruction will executed. Whether this set of instruction will executed one time or two times or 10 times. Whenever we know the number of times that code will executed, in this point of view, you have to go with the for loop here. That is the main reason. Next, here there are the three types of for loops in the Java. In the Java, we are having the three types of for loops are there. The first one is the simple for loop. The second one is the for each or enhanced for loop, and third one is a labeled for loop here. Java is providing the three types for loops are there. The first one is the simple for loop. Second one is the for each or enhanced for loop. The third one is a label for loop here. Come to the first one here, simple for loop. Okay, here this is simple for loop here. In a simple for loop, it is same as the C and C++. In the C and C++, whatever the syntax of the for loop is there, the same syntax available in the Java also. We can initialize the variable and check the condition and decrement the value. It consists of four parts here. Right, see this one here, this syntax here. For initialization, semicolon, condition, semicolon, increment slash decrement, open brace, there is a statement block, and after that there is a close brace here. Here we are having the total four parts are there. The first part is the initialization, the second part is the condition, third part is the increment or decrement, and the fourth part is this is the statement block here. Here among all these parts, first the initialization part will be executed. Here the initialization part is executed. After that the control will go to the test condition. Whenever the condition is true, then the block will be executed. After the execution of the block, the control will go to the increment or the decrement part here. After that the variable can be increment or decrement. Again it is going to the test condition. If the condition is again true, again the statement block will be executed. After that again go to the incrementation or decrementation. Now the variable value can be incremented or decremented. After that it is going to the test condition. If the condition is again true, again the block will be executed. This process is repeated until the condition becomes as a false. Whenever the condition is false, the control is transmitted outside of the loop here. Right, see the flowchart here. First of all, do the initialization. After that, go to the condition. Whenever the condition is true, then the statement block will be executed. After that, go to the increment or decrementation part. After that, again go to the test condition. If the condition is again true, again execute the statement block. After that, increment or decrement. After that, again go to the test condition. This is repeated until the condition becomes as a false here. Whenever the condition is false, the control is transmitted outside of the loop here. Now see the points here. The initialization. It is the initialization condition which is executed once. When the loop starts here, means always the initial part executed only once only. See this diagram here. The initial executed only one time only. Here we can initialize the variables or we can use the already initialized variables here. It is optional condition. Its meaning is even though we are not initializing here, there is no problem here. If you wrote the initialization or writing of the not initialization is the that is our issue, that is optional. Next come to the condition part here. It is the second condition which is executed each time to test the condition of the loop here. It continues the execution until the condition is false. It must return the boolean value either true or false. It is the optional condition. Means after initialization next we are having the condition. Whenever the condition is true, execute the statement block. If the condition is false, outside the loop here means always the condition is generating the it may be the true value or the false value. If it is true, execute the block. If it is false, outside of the loop here. The statement block. The statement of the loop is executed each time until the condition is true. When a condition is true, execute the statement block here. And come to the last part here, increment or decrement part here. It increments or decrements the variable value. It is optional condition. Okay. Here the variable value can be incremented or the decremented here. This is the optional one here. This is the simple for loop syntax here. Come to the example here. I wrote the one simple code here. Public class, for example, public static void main string args. For integer I equals to 1, I is less than or equals to 10, I plus plus. Initially I value is a 1 here. Next check this condition, I is less than or equals to 10. After the initialization, we are going the condition I is less than or equals to 10. 1 is less than or equals to 10. The condition is true. When the condition is true, the body will be executed. Here the body contains the system dot out dot println I. Print the I value. What is I value? 1. The 1 will be displayed. Okay. After that, increment the I value. I plus plus. Now the I value becomes as a 2. Check this condition. What is the condition? I is less than or equals to 10. 2 is less than or equals to 10. Yes, the condition is true. When the condition is true, the body will be executed. System dot out dot println I. Print the I value. What is I value? 2. The 2 will be displayed. After that, increment the I value. Now the I value becomes as 3. Check the condition. I is less than or equals to 10. 3 is less than or equals to 10. The condition is true. When the condition is true, again the body will be executed. System dot out dot println I. Print the I value. Now the 3 will be printed. After that, increment the I value. Now the I value becomes as 4. Check this condition. I is less than or equals to 10. 4 is less than or equals to 10. The condition is true. Again the body will executed. System dot out dot println I. Print the I value. What is the current I value? 4. The 4 will be displayed. After that, increment the I value. Now the I value becomes as 5. Check this condition. 5 is less than or equals to 10. Yes, the condition is true. When a condition is true, execute this body here. System dot out dot println I. Print the I value. The 5 will be printed. After that, increment the I value. Now the I value becomes as 6. Check this condition. I is less than or equals to 10. 6 is less than or equals to 10. The condition is true. Again, the execute the body here. System dot out dot println print the I value. 6 will be printed. After that, increment the I value. Now the I value becomes as 7. Check this condition. I is less than or equals to 10. 7 is less than or equals to 10. The condition is true. When a condition is true, again the body will be executed. System dot out dot println I. Print the I value. 7. 7 is displayed. After that, increment the I value. Now the I value becomes as 8. Check the condition. I is less than or equals to 10. 8 is less than or equals to 10. Yes, the condition is true. Again execute the body. The 8 will be displayed. After that, increment the I value. Now the I value becomes as 9. 9 is less than or equals to 10. The condition is true. Again execute the body. System dot out dot println I. Print the I value 9. 9 is displayed. After that, increment the I value. Now the I value becomes as 10. Check the condition. I is less than or equals to 10. 10 is less than or equals to 10. Yes, the condition is true. Again execute this body. System dot out dot print the I value. Now the 10 will be displayed. After that, increment the I value. Now the I value becomes as 11. 11 is less than or equals to 10. The condition is false. When a condition is false, outside. Means observe this one here. The starting I value is 1. We have to move to the up to the 10, and this body execute how many times here? 10 times the body will be executed. Means here we are clearly knows that how many number of times the body will executed. Okay. Whenever we know the number of times the body is executed or the time, then go with the for loop concept here. The syntax is very simple one. For initialization, after that condition, after that increment or decrement part here, and after that this is the coding block here, statement block here. First initialization, go to the condition. If it is true, execute the statement block. After that, go to the increment decrement. After that, go to the test condition. If it is again true, execute the statement block, and this is repeated until the condition becomes as the false here. Whenever the condition is false, outside of the loop here. Right. Come to the second type of for loop, that is Java for each. Okay, and this is called as advanced for loop here. The for each loop is used to traverse the array or collection in Java. Whenever if you want traverse means whenever if you want access the array elements or the collections in the Java at the time, then go with the for each concept here. Okay, the advantage is whenever it is the advantage is it is easier to use than simple for loop, because we don't need to increment the value and use the subscript notation. Means there is no need of having the index values here. Directly we can access the corresponding data here. It works on the element basis, not the index here. It returns the element one by one in the defined variable. Now see this one here. For type var colon ery means array. Okay. Here we are declaring the one variable var, and it is taking the array data one by one. Okay. After taking the array element, the body is executed. After that, again it is going to the var variable. It is taking the array element. Again, body will executed. This process is repeated until all the elements of array will be completed. Now come to a simple example. Here I wrote the code like this one. Public class for each example. Public static void main string args. Integer ARR 12, 23, 44, 56 and 78. The ARR is the array name. This array contains the elements 12, 23, 44, 56 and 78 here. For integer I colon ARR means the I will take the first element of the ARR. Here the first element is the 12. It is taking the value 12 and the body will execute it. System.out.println I print the I value 12. The 12 will be displayed. After that, again it is going to the for loop. The I will take the next value. The next value is a 23. I value becomes as 23. The body is executed. System.out.println I print the I value. 23 will be displayed. After that, it is going to the for loop here. I will take the next value 44. I value becomes as 44. The body is executed. System.out.println I print the I value 44 will be displayed. After that, again it is going to the for loop here. I takes the next value 56. The body will executed. System.out.println I print the I value 56 will be displayed. After that, again it is going to the for loop. I will take the next value 78. After that, the body is executed. Now the current I value is 78 here. 78 will be displayed. After that, again it is going to the for loop here. But in this point of view, now the I will not take the value I because all the elements are completed. Now in this point of view, the condition is false. When a condition is false, outside the for loop here means it is displaying all the elements. Means whenever if you want to traverse the array elements or the collections at the time, then we have to go with the for each loop here. This is the advanced concept of the for loop here. For type var colon arry, var takes a variable name. It is taking the array elements one by one. Here it returns the elements one by one in the defined variable. This is about the for each loop here. Next, come to the next one here, label loop in Java. Just some of the advanced concept here. In Java, we can give label to a loop also. When we place a label before any loop, it is called as a label loop. Means before the any loop, we wrote the label name. Then it is called as a label loop here. A label is a valid variable name or identifier in a Java that represents the name of the loop to where the control will be execution should jump here means where the control will be transferred here. To transfer the control that we need the label name here. The syntax of getting the label will be straightforward here. This data here. Label name colon for initialization semicolon test condition semicolon increment or decrement open brace and close brace. Or we can ask like this one. Label colon for initialization semicolon test condition semicolon increment or decrement open and the close here. Means after writing the label name, we have to put the colon compulsory. Okay, write in the for loop in the next line or in the immediate line only. That is our choice here. Whenever the loop contains the label at the time, that loop is called as the label loop here. Now see this one. I wrote the one simple code here. Outer for integer I equals to 1, I is less than 10, I is less than 100, I plus plus. For this loop, I have given the name as the outer here. The loop name is the outer here. This is the label loop here. Why? Because I am putting the label here. System.out.println there is a space. If I is greater than or equals to 10, break. For integer j equals to 1, j is less than 100, j plus plus. System.out.printf star here. By using this internal for loop, we are printing the star here. Now first come this one here, integer I equals to 1. Initially I value is a 1. After that I is less than 100. 1 is less than 100. The condition is true. Whenever the condition is true, the body will be executed. System.out.println space. The space is printed. After that, if I is greater than or equals to 10, 1 is greater than or equals to 10, the condition is false. This will not be executed. For integer j equals to 1, the j value becomes as 1. After that, j is less than 100, 1 is less than 100, the condition is true. Whenever the condition is true, the body is executed. System.out.println star. The star will be displayed. After that, if j equals to I, what is the j value 1? 1 equals to 1, the condition is true. Continue outer. Whenever there is a continue outer, the control will go to the outer here. It is going to the outer. It is going to the outer here. For integer, now the increment the I value. What is the current I value? 1. Now this value becomes as 2. Check this condition. 2 is less than 100. The condition is true. Again, the bundle executed. System dot out of println space. The space is printed. After that, if I is greater than or equals to 10, the current level is 2 here. 2 is greater than or equals to 10. The condition is false. For integer j equals to 1, j value becomes as 1. J is less than 100. 1 is less than 100. The condition is true. The bundle executed. System dot out dot println printf space printf star, the star will be displayed. If j equals to I, 1 equals to 2, false. This will not be executed. After that, increment the j value. Now the j value becomes as 2. 2 is less than 100. The condition is true. The bundle is executed. System dot out of println star, the star is displayed. If j equals to I, 2 equals to, yes, the condition is true. Continue order. The control will jump to the order here. Again, the I value is incremented. The I value becomes as 3. 3 is less than 100. The condition is true. Again, this process will be executed here. Means here the observe this one here. After the continue, we are writing the loop name here. Here I wrote the name as outer here. Whenever this statement is issued, immediately it is going to the outer here. These type of loops are called as the label loops here. Java is providing the three types of for loops here. The first one is the simple for loop, second one is the for each or enhanced for loop, the third one is the lived for loop here. The simple for loop syntax is same as like the C and the C++. In the C and C++, whatever the syntax we are following here, the same syntax available here. Here in the Java we are having some more extra feature here for each concept as well as the label for loop here. This is about the for loops in Java.